opens the door to the housekeeping lounge, and the surprise that blossoms on her face is swiftly swept away by a matronly concern. She cuts a forlorn figure, this unexpected guest. It is late at night, the very last day of September, but that does not account for the weariness in the girl's eyes.
"My dear,"
Mrs. Moffat begins.
"Oh, my dear."
She steps back, inviting the visitor in.
"Quickly now, before anybody sees."
The girl says little as Mrs. Moffat arranges one of the house chairs with cushions and sits her down. She says even less as Mrs. Moffat busies herself with a pot of tea. Whether you are a lord or lady or chambermaid, nothing helps you face disaster better than a cup of Mrs. Moffat's finest tea.
"Now, my dear, shall we begin?"
Mrs. Moffat is approaching 60 years old, though you wouldn't know it by the rigour with which she whips her legion of loyal chambermaids into shape. She settles herself in the chair beside her guest and takes her hand. The fact is, she's had the most life-changing day herself. It's knocked all the wind out of her sails, and if nothing else, she would like to hear about somebody else's woes. It might help her let go of some of her own.
"You'll have to tell me what's wrong, dear. I can't see inside that head of yours. But whatever it is, we'll put it right. You can count on me for that."
That's when the girl tells her she's going to have a baby. There is a stillness in the housekeeping lounge. Mrs. Moffat has a rule. In times of consternation, in times of distress or surprise, take a deep breath, take a sip of tea, and do absolutely nothing. The stillness centers her. She sets her tea down, reaches for the girl, and takes her hand. With the other hand, she brushes the hair away from her eyes. This girl is, and always has been, beautiful, though there have been times when she wouldn't know it. Now, though, her face begins to crumple. She's held it in for so long. The wall is finally crumbling, and the girl has started to cry.
"You're not the first, my dear, believe me. I've sat here with girls just like you, more than I care to remember, and told them what I'm going to tell you right now. Everything is going to be all right."
Mrs. Moffat shuffles the chair closer. This time she puts an arm around the girl.
"First things first," she says. "Have you seen a doctor?"
The girl shakes her head.
"All in good time, my dear."
Mrs. Moffat smiles. It's one of her sincere, soft smiles, and something in it begins to put the girl at ease. This, after all, is why she came. Mrs. Moffat, head of housekeeping, is mother to them all here in this hotel.
"But before we go any further—"
She crosses to her desk, where she opens a drawer and returns to the table with her hands full of little candies wrapped in colourful wax paper.
"My barley sugars. Well, they'll keep our spirits up as we work this out, won't they? You and me, my girl. We'll work out a plan together. You might think Mr. Charles, our esteemed hotel director, is the only one adept at tidying up the little dramas of our fine establishment. But you'd be wrong. I'm a dab hand at sorting out our little mysteries myself. Well, I might even have one or two of my own."
Mrs. Moffat beams.
"So, let's begin at the beginning, shall we? That's the only way to get to the end, you see. Why don't you tell me where it all began?"
5 months earlier. April, 1938. Chapter 1. "Show him in, Billy." Billy Brogan gave an ostentatious bow and backed out of Maynard Charles's office, leaving the door ajar as he scurried back to the mahogany reception desks of the Buckingham Hotel. Sitting at his desk, where his morning had so far been spent immersed in the hotel accountant's forecast of the year ahead, Maynard Charles rolled his eyes. He'd been telling young Brogan, the Buckingham's most junior and most ambitious concierge, that he didn't need to bow for nearly a year, but the boy never listened. In fact, he seemed to enjoy the pomp with which he inhabited his role. Deference like that could help a boy go places.